Yulkendy, I'll go to you next. Your work leverages the power of data, empathy, and design thinking to help organizations successfully engage and retain their millennials of color. Can you share with us why this work is so important, and what does true diversity, equity, and inclusion look like in the workforce, particularly in corporate America?
Yeah, I think we love using this Ursula Burns quote to explain our work. So Ursula is the first female black CEO in the Fortune 500. She was the CEO of Xerox. And she speaks about, she was asked in a Fortune article, what's missing in the workplace? And she said, sponsorship. So earlier we talked a little bit about mentorship. And that's cool and all. There's just been a lot of mentorship programs out there. But now that's also, I talk about how things sometimes are used to perpetuate the system. The whole idea of, let's build another mentorship program for youth of color because they need the skills. They need to get better. But that's also a distraction. What's happening? There's millennials of color are and will be the majority of the workforce by 2025. And when you look by 2060, women of color will be the majority of the workforce as regards to gender. So we are a powerful majority. We're bringing a lot of skills, a lot of change. So it's not about necessarily people like us becoming better. That has been the distracting point from what we actually need with the sponsorship. We need advocates, champion, giving us new projects, promoting us, actually putting us in the spaces of access. And what's tricky about access and sponsorship is that it happens right in front of our faces, and that's what makes it so painful. These type of access happens at the bar, at the golf course, right? It seems behind the scenes, but it's really not. But you have to be invited to the spaces to get those type of opportunities. So having a sponsor is 90% eliminates bias by 90%. So that's the most powerful intervention in the workplace, but we don't talk about that because that's not the story we want to tell, right? So for us at Forefront, we're telling that story. We're saying, leaders in corporate America, if you really want to change this, you have to advocate for people, start championing people of color, and really promoting them into positions of power. Right now, even though the US is 30% Black and Latino, there's still under 3% of people of color in senior leadership. That's a big gap, and that's because there's not a lot of sponsorship.